The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
We got 4. We got 4. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
First down, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Delta. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, we got here, D. Hey, check, Mike.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, Charlie.
they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12. At the 30.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 43 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. He gets this one to Boyd. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because
and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Murray now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Running with Kamara. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Switch. Kill. Check.
Here's Kamara off the draw. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
8, read. Hey, box drop.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, 30 base. Hey, high 7. Ready.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Everyone's got 4 down. Check 30. 57 to Mike. Yo, defense, keep it up, guys. Switch.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On the ground, this is Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 50. Here we go, D.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Palmer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, Kamara. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Think you gonna get this, boy? Hayward. No. You think you gonna get this?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And McManus able to put it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Hey, Alpha, 80 weapons. Get it.
Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So we'll reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Murray now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
On the set. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
On third down, Palmer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
What we got? What we got? 66, half. Fresno.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54, right 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Murray escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
57, Mike, 57.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Got it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21.
To throw on 3rd down, Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We got double up, double up. Under 10, under 10. It's great. 22, come. Off. Hey, banjo.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Murray now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. He's going to field this at the 4. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Palmer. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Palmer will throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this will be a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever, because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
They'll take over.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's put that team on the clock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
They're going on 4th down. It's Palmer. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Strong right, strong right. 4 down, check.
To throw is Murray. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.